Salutations everybody, it is Matty here. Today I'm in a hotel in Boston and I just finished day one of PAX East. I had a chance to go hands-on with Mass Effect Andromeda for the first time ever, specifically the multiplayer mode, which you guys know I'm very excited for. I was addicted to Mass Effect 3's multiplayer. So I'm here to share with you guys my thoughts as a first timer with Andromeda and also a first time diving into the multiplayer mode. Let's start off with Andromeda in general. This is a lot more of a fluid game compared to any other Mass Effect title out there, where this is more of a, for example, you can jump and then press B to dash in the air, which you've never been able to do in Mass Effect games. That was more of a hunker down and cover, really try to strategize, which this game still does focus on. I was pleasantly surprised about that given all that I've seen in the trailers, which seem to really focus on the action constantly. This still does enforce a lot of tactics, as myself, Brian, Ivan, and Connor, the guys you know from the Friendly Competition series, we were tacticianing throughout the entire demo together. It was a demo that went on for 7 waves. That might have been because of the fact that we were playing on the bronze difficulty. They didn't let us play any higher. They didn't let us change our loadouts or anything. It was very much a structured demo. They seemed quite paranoid on anyone exploring outside their confines, which was quite interesting to say the least. But overall, as I said, the game in general was very fast paced, which I was really actually fond of, I have to admit. I was skeptical about it when I was watching the trailers, but when you really get your hands on it, it feels much more natural, because I was playing as the Krogan and I felt very slow. When I started dashing around and really getting into things, especially since I was a Vanguard, I was dashing all over the place and it became a much more smooth experience, and I liked the change a lot. The soft cover worked very well. You guys also know I was skeptical about soft cover because, for example, when I reviewed Sniper Elite 4, I tore into that saying this is why it doesn't work, because it constantly screwed me over. I'm happy to say in Mass Effect Andromeda, from my experience with the demo, it did work very well. The multiplayer itself is very much the same from Mass Effect 3. It's about picking a mission, you survive X amount of waves, and then you exfiltrate, and then there's different waves will have just killing the certain amount of enemies. Maybe you'll be deactivating or activating the device, just little objectives spread throughout. But I like that they didn't change all that much. Obviously there's gonna be more races and stuff you can play as, but the core of Mass Effect 3's multiplayer is there, and I'm happy about that because, like I said, I was very much addicted to that multiplayer. It's just one of those, if it's not broken, don't fix it moments with Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer, where they had a very good skeleton there that maybe you could build upon more. It's not like there's nothing brand new there, but from what there is in the terms of the mechanics, the objectives, and all that stuff, it all seems very much the same, which I'm perfectly fine with. Really, I absolutely love Mass Effect 3's multiplayer. But as a whole package, I have to say I'm definitely looking forward to the game a lot more now, given with how I enjoyed the gameplay. It seems that, for example, if you're using a character like a Vanguard, this has been in previous Mass Effect games, but it seems more emphasized in this one that my guns are much more weak, where it forced me to really dash around and use my powers, which became a dangerous type of move as I progressed throughout the later rounds. So that's one thing worth keeping in mind there, because I was using the Avenger, so the assault rifle wasn't as powerful as I would have hoped it to be. I'm assuming you'll be able to change that. Once again, I didn't get a chance to look because the second we went to inventories, someone from BioWare would literally sprint to where you were sitting, right, Connor? Someone would fucking sprint right to where you were sitting and be like, no, you can't do that. So we didn't really get to explore all that much outside of what we saw, but what we did see overall was actually pretty impressive, I have to admit, but a very small sample size at that, and once again, limited, which was slightly frightening, I have to be honest, given the fact that this is a game coming out very soon. So I don't know why they're trying to hold us down here. I think they should start opening the floodgates a little bit more. But on the focus of the multiplayer, yeah, it's your standard horde mode compared to maybe Gears of War or something, with a little Mass Effect flavor in there, more objectives and that type of stuff. But it's good. It's good. That's the thing. Like I said in the beginning, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer most certainly passed the test, in my opinion. I'm looking forward to playing tons of hours of that when the game launches. But those are just my thoughts overall on Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer. The game plays smooth, really enjoyed my time with it, and I'm looking forward to more of that multiplayer. Sadly, I didn't get my hands on any single player stuff, but that's all they were offering. So if you have any questions about the game in general, fire away in the comments down below. Other than that, be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. The links are in the description down below, along with my Patreon. Please do consider contributing to that, as it does help fuel all the content we create here. Other than that, stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.